it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and welcome to the final episode of Alcohol Inks and Yupo paper. I see that Susan is here. Susan, yay, you're always here with me. Christy is here. Let me just shut this down. Let me know if everything's working okay. I made a couple of tweaks, but the reason why I'm on here early is because I know that a lot of you guys tend to hang out and wait for me, and you're just diehard fans, so I thought maybe I would give you a little bit of like a background of like what I'm doing today and like as I get ready, because like I have 15 minutes to like throw some stuff together, and maybe you guys give me a really good idea about what you want to see today. Not because I don't have a plan. I have a loose plan, but we made so many things. I know in an hour I'm not going to be able to plan out and do every single card that we make, background card. So I'm going to throw up a whole bunch of them. This is just my testing one to make sure that I could get something on here so that it's nice and clear for you guys. I think it's relatively clear today. I think we'll be okay. So there's this one. I'm going to throw out some of the ones that I think would make really cute cards. I think this one would be really fun. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm early on purpose. This is just like bonus material if you guys chose to show up early and just hang out with me for a few minutes as we make some decisions on what we really want to get through in this next hour. This one would be a nice one. It's got some of that gold foiling on there. I won't be able to get through them all, but I really like that one. As you can tell, I really like the brights and the bowls. They're my favorite. Hi, Raggedy. Oh, good. It looks really clear. All right. Oh, I really liked this one. Maybe I'll just start going over the top again. I did use some of this one that I made that was just green. That was cool. I'm going through here to pick out like one of these. I think for sure we will do one of the calla lily ones because that one was a special one. Where did that other calla lily one go? Thought I had it in my hot little hand. Oh, some of this one because that is like super pretty. Maybe some of that one. I really like this gold one. That one turned out really cool. Maybe one other of these, possibly. The mirrored one. What happened to the other little calla lily one? Maybe that's the only one I can get my hands on. That's kind of crazy. We went through all these. Hi, Connie. Hey, Penny. So I'm doing a little bonus intro here for those of you guys who are jumping in. We're just going through and seeing, like, what do we want to get out of today's video. If there's one that you can think of that you can remind me of somehow, there it is, that you want to see done today, you really, like, would have been totally heartbroken if I hadn't done it. We want to make sure we get those in today. So one of the calla lilies for sure. If you guys want to vote on that, that would be great. So we've got the lighter one and the darker one. You guys want to vote on that one, we'll make sure we get a calla lily one in there because I think that one turned out really exceptional. And it is Friday, so I'm having a different beverage. I'm having a Henry's Hard Soda. Here, I'll show it under here. It's probably be easier to look at. Henry's Hard Soda. It's grape flavored. So I got one vote for the lighter one. Two votes for the lighter one. Alrighty, so a lot of these are going to go on just a white card because there's white background. Although this one, I don't think it'll really matter, but I think this might look pretty with a black one, so I'll get some black ready. I already have a white one. I do also have a light blue one, but I don't know that that's gonna be one that I want to use so much. So let me just get this one ready. I really love the darker one. I have to admit. So I think that I'm going to put Susan Baker in charge of this vote. Susan, when you figure that the voting is done, you tell me which one won, and then we'll go with that. I also changed the view of my camera too, so that when I'm working, when I'm standing, you can see kind of what I'm doing, and you can also see the koala, because he was kind of getting hidden in all the other ways that I had it. So I'm going to get, yep, I'm definitely going to get a couple more white, and I'm going to do a black one for this one. Let's look at that. If we put this on the background, on a white background, we'll get this. And if we put the light one on a background, we get this. And they're both slightly different. Hey, Lori. Hi, Kathy. So I will put those out there. If we have time and we get to it, whoops, we may possibly do both. But there's a lot of them out here. So as long as you don't care about anything else, because I haven't seen anything mentioned, we'll make sure we get one of those in, and then we'll just fly by the seat of our pants on the other ones. So I'm just grabbing some black cardstock right now so we can make a couple of card bases from that. Darker one has the vote so far. It's my personal favorite, I have to admit. I really like the bright, bold colors. That's just really my thing. All right. Then maybe we should vote on the mirrored cardstock. I think we should probably do that. Okay, I'm not going to use the piece. I'm just going to use the pieces that I actually created with you guys. So there's these 3 pieces. This one has purples and greens, yellows, and some almost black. This one has kind of like just kind of like a rainbow, really, with a lot of mirror. And this one had some of the silver mixative in it with looks like some purple and some yellow and maybe a couple of other colors, but mostly that's what stands out to me. So which one of these? Let's say this one's the purple, rainbow, or silver mixative. You guys decide. I wonder if there's somehow I can hold these up so that they actually catch the light so they don't look so dim. There we go. I've got a vote for the third one, a vote for purples and greens, the purple. A lot of people voted for this one. Purple. Okay, so I'm going to put these in a stack. And we'll work on that. We'll see how many of these we can get done. If we do simple cards, like cast cards, not really cast cards because I'm not going to have a lot of white space, obviously. But if we do simple cards, we can get through a whole bunch in an hour. If we do really intricate cards and you want to see me really get into creating a card and just seeing my process, then we're only going to get done with maybe 1 or 2. Because it takes me a while when I'm really thinking hard and I have to go through all my supplies and that kind of stuff. So we'll shoot for this one and this one for sure. And then we've got extras too. So tell me, like, between those two things, do you want to do a bunch of really simple ones so you can see more over a variety of things that we can do? Or would you rather me focus on... Oh, somebody said they like the gold one, too. This one's not mirrored, though. But I can do that one, if you're into that one. So, a variety of things so you can see all kinds of stuff you can do. Simple cards. Or do you want to see some actual me in action, thinking through, working on a card that... you know, takes longer than 10 minutes. So we will go with this one. We'll definitely do this one. And somebody said they really like the gold, so we'll try to shoot for a couple on this one. What about any of these bright colored ones? Do any of these trip your trigger? Do you like any of these in particular? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we're almost split down the middle on that. Many of you guys want to see me in action and just going at a card, even if it takes, you know, a half hour to an hour. And many of you guys want to see variety. One with the yellow and the blue. This one. Yellow and blue. 1, 2, 3. I believe this was 5. Yeah, I think that was 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's go 3, 4, 5. And then I'll leave these on the side because we might do some of those. 3, 4, 5. So now we've actually got it narrowed down to about 6. That's good. Hi, Barbara and Diane and Michelle. So right now it's about 2 minutes to 5. Pardon me. And Linda likes 1 and 7. Okay, we'll keep those in mind, Linda. Don't feel bad. Okay, so if you're just coming in now, I started about 15 minutes early for those who are usually hanging around, so that they could kind of do some voting on what we're going to do today. And I've got kind of a 50-50 split here. Some people want to see me in action just creating a card, even if it takes me a whole hour, just to see my process and what I go through and like what I come up with. And then others really wanted to see, Lori wants to see both, wanted to see me make just a bunch of really simple, easy cards so that you can see a variety of ways to like use this and make different kind of cards. So I think what I'm going to do is today I'm going to make some variety of cards, and then I will have another time where it's either a live like this or an announced live on, let's see, probably our Facebook group, because that's where I like disseminate and share most of my information. And I will do a couple where I just get into a card and it doesn't take me 10 minutes. It might take me, you know, a couple hours, whatever. We'll make some longer videos on that. Hey, Sandy. Well, did I miss anyone else that popped in? We came on early. Don't panic. We came on early to hash it out. I know that some of you diehard fans of the KTC community are always around, so I jumped in so that we could do like some pre-prep here. So we are going to start at about 5 minutes after 5 as usual. So if you're new to my channel, this does not always happen. This is a unique night because we've just went through 5 videos of a series called Alcohol Inks and Yupo paper. Number 1 was, I'll try my best to remember them all. Number 1 was DIYs. Things that you can use besides Yupo paper, ways you can make your own alcohol inks, things like that. Number 2 was getting your ink moving. Number 3 was, I think, some techniques. I don't remember if removing ink was a technique on that one. Getting our alcohol and our blending solution kind of into that. And then 4 or 5 were some more advanced, some different kind of techniques that were going on. We're on number 6 today, and this number 6 is not really a technique one. It's let's take all of this stuff that we've made, and you're all sitting there going, now I have all this stuff, now what? I'm going to show you some things that we can do here. Yay, Yvette! Whoop, whoop, you made it. So that's what we're going to do today. We've got about 4 minutes left here, and dude, I hate to say dude, but winter is back in Wisconsin. I don't know what happened. We jumped from like winter to summer, and now we're back to winter. I wore my winter jacket to work this morning because it was like 36 degrees out. So I am in my pajama pants with the frogs who's ice skating because that's how it feels today. It's crazy. I'm about to take this sweatshirt off because it's actually pretty warm down here. I think I will. Take my hat off for a second since we got a couple of minutes here. I think it's just because, maybe because I'm drinking. Although I've not even had a half. But I'm moving around a lot and I'm standing up instead of sitting. That makes a big difference for me. Alrighty. Thumbs up, everybody, if you guys are enjoying this series. I sure am. 80 there. Alright. Oh, man. Yeah, we were like super warm for like the past week, and then all of a sudden, bam! I hope you didn't forget about Mother Nature saying, I hope you didn't forget about all your winter clothes. Oh man, 88 degrees in Arlington, Texas. We've got about 3 minutes left. I see that Susan is going ahead and, oh thanks Crafty. My hair is just straight and nothing going on in there. Susan is posting ways you can connect with us in the community, either by going to the stores or how to find our Facebook group so you can join in. Just remember, when you're going to the Facebook group, there are 3 questions that are being asked. So this also goes for if you're adding people, we love that you're sharing with your friends, but they also have to like see this notification and answer the questions as well to be added. We won't just add them because you added them, because sometimes that hurts feelings, and we're a no drama, no commitment group, so we want to stay with that. Just put them away. Oh, thanks, Crafty. She was talking about my hair. 84? Oh my gosh, you guys. What do we have? We have 2 minutes here. 2 minutes till we start. Alright. These are the ones that we want to do. These 3 also. We're going to start with this one, because I don't want to, if we run out of time, I don't want to run out of time to make this one, because I think this one is just gorgeous. And these are some extras. Aww. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Oh no. Well, that's weird. So I clicked on the link, it says Amazon link, and it took me straight to some Sharpie markers. I'm not sure if that's where we want to be linking you to. We're gonna start with this one. It's 5:04, but I'm gonna get started. I think there may be a few more people coming in. Who knows? It's Friday. People might just be like, and it's raining to beat the band, so maybe they're just out doing whatever they need to do. I'm going to have to cut this down slightly to put this on here. And I'm thinking about what I want to do with this one. I think it would be really fun to do like a layered look where it pops up, but that might detract from the white. So we'll go ahead and do some sticky around the edges. Actually, I'm going to cut this down so that there's a slight white border to offset this white to like pull it out. My winter clothes, we're going to closet, but not put away. Not completely put away at all. I'm just cutting this down to the size that will fit on the card the best with a white border. You should still be able to see me like right here on my cutter. You can't really see the cutter, but I didn't want to make it too tiny so that you couldn't even like see me. But do you see what I'm talking about now? Where there's a nice white border. We could say that is completely finished card. We wouldn't even have to add anything to it. It's just simply gorgeous. But I'm going to let you vote on that. Like, do you think that this is something that if you handed it to somebody you would really feel good about and they would be like, wow, how'd you do that? Or do you think that it would behoove us to put like a little sentiment across the bottom here? While you guys are voting, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down and then start thinking about the next card. We shouldn't be able to see the tape through there, and I don't believe we can. Looks gorgeous. Hunter says Mother Nature must be going through some mood swings. Right? That is stunning in and of itself. It's got a lot of different textures. It's got the main focal point. It has the white border to make those flowers just pop off. And then you could write anything that you want and you could use it for anything. This would be a gorgeous sympathy card. Crafty Kitty. Okay, everyone. Huddle time to vote. I really love this. I think this looks really pretty. Let's go ahead and I'll get another white card base going. Ooh, from Queensland, Reno, Nevada. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Barbara. All right, so we will leave that one. I'll go ahead and do a couple of white bases here. I think I will do one the skinny way too. I might do this one the skinny way and see how that comes out. And by skinny way, I mean, I'll show you in just a second. I'll cut this one down. So I consider this the skinny way, where you fold it straight down like this. You cut a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 11 down at 4 1/4, so your card ends up being 4 1/4 wide by 5.5 long. And you can use these scraps too to like put on other cards and make new cards. So if you wanted to slice one, we might just do that. Do a sliced card because those are really fun too. So we could cover the whole card with that, or we could use just a little bit of it. And I think I'm going to kind of balance it where I think it looks even. And then I'm going to make a pencil mark so I know where to cut mine. Just got to find my pencil. I was down to one pencil, if you can believe it. And now I can't find it. So I have to use a colored pencil. I think this one might be just as stunning as the other one, actually. Let's go ahead and cut it and see how that looks. must be the edge I didn't have to cut. Alright. I think I want a white border on this one too. I really like the look of that. That is so beautiful. Hi, Joy. First time live? That's so awesome. What if you cut down, let's see who's, Michelle Johnson says, what if you cut it down and then mat it on a piece of white on a piece of blue? Ooh, that'd be pretty. Let's try that. I got extra paper. So I've got one that's light blue. I'm going to show it to you. You almost can't tell unless you hold it next to the white, and then you can see the difference. It's a light blue. Or do you want something darker than that? In order to do that, I think we would have to cut this down another quarter so we can get that blue. I think that'd be really pretty though. Let's try it. Move some of this out of my way. Okay, we got that one cut down, and then we're going to do 1/4 inch off of the white one, which will be a lot quicker because I won't have to do all sides to make it even. Thanks, Michelle Johnson. That's so sweet of you. She used the super chat underneath where we type in our chats, and it turned out on a green box if you're looking for it. A one-time donation to KTC because she just loves what we do here. Thanks, Michelle. Hearts for you, my friend. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a blue border there, and then a white border, and then that one. That looks really pretty. These were a flower stamp. You want to go back to video number, let me think. I think it's 3. I could be wrong, but I think it's 3. Crafty Kitty. It's actually a stamp, but I didn't color it in. I removed the color. So you might want to go back and check that one out. That was a really fun technique. This would be a card where, let me go ahead and get this down, and then I'll see if I have some laying around here. I showed everybody in the beginning a piece that I used to cut leaves out of. Oh yeah, I have a little bit left here. This would be a neat card to maybe cut some extra leaves and make a couple of the leaves 3-dimensional on the bottom. So I think we might do that with this one. Oh man, I got my little finger on the side here ripped and it keeps bleeding. That's why all my nails got chopped off, by the way, any of you guys who noticed. It was week 3, awesome. So I have this new kid and he is awesome. I adore the pants off this guy. Everyone just adores him. He's amazing. Anyway, we were walking past the recess doors and that triggered him. He has autism. Never happened to me before, so I wasn't expecting it. And he went down, and and he usually screams and throws himself down, and I wanted to make sure he was safe. So I kind of went down with him, all hands on deck, and I ripped this finger and it started bleeding, although I didn't see that until like much later in the day. After everything got calmed down, I realized it, so it didn't hurt him at the moment. And then another one of my nails got completely ripped off. So not anything he did. I wanted him to be safe, and I was worried he was going to hit the floor. So that's what happened. But like I'm saying, you can cut out some leaves from here and then put them at the bottom. And I think that if we do that with this and we put on a white ribbon, which I believe I have some right here, I think this would be really, really pretty. So let's try that. Ooh, I'm almost out. I hope this is enough to make a bow. And I saw that someone asked a question. I'm going to get to that in a second. Barbara wants to know, do you feel that the Yupo paper is significantly better than the glossy cardstock or photo paper? I personally don't. I personally think they both come out with stunning results. So I wouldn't have any problem if I couldn't get a hold of the Yupo paper and all I had was photo paper. I would be totally fine with that. Now, that being said, if I could get my hands on Yupo paper, I absolutely would, because I think it looks gorgeous. But for budget's sake, it does absolutely work perfectly. I am going to do something. I'm going to burn the ends of these. So if you have kids at home, or you're a young one watching, these will fray at the end, and I don't want it to fray, so I'm going to use this to burn the edge so it stops from fraying. And it's just a little bit on the edges, and then it won't fray. It won't move. It'll just stay right like that. So I'm going to put that on the bottom there. Oh, even that looks pretty. And then I'm going to cut some leaves from this, but I got to pick out what leaf I want. Or maybe I want some fern-like things. That might be pretty, since their leaves are kind of ferny. Let's do that. Let's see if this works. Sometimes my punches work really well with this paper, and sometimes they don't. I don't know if it's the sharpness of the punch, but let's see if this works. I hope it does. Possibly not. No, I don't think this one's gonna work. You can tell that it does work because I did a whole bunch of them out of here. This one is not working. Where's my tweezers? Let's see if I can tease it out of there. I just need a couple. Nope, it's just not quite going through that last stage of the punch. Alright, so this is how I get mine untangled. We'll see if it works. Everything's gonna go joggly for a minute. Somebody asked, whoa, I missed a super chat. Thanks, Lori. Lori used the super chat below. She must really like what's going on in the series, in our community. Thanks so much, Lori. That's so sweet of you. So the super chat is a one-time donation to the channel. And I think that it did come undone. If I can get that to come out, I might actually be able to salvage that piece. Nope. Alright. Well, I will punch that one later. I saw someone ask a question about that. you can sharpen your punches by punching it into aluminum foil, is what I was told. I've never really felt the need to really do that, but also I've heard that wax paper will work too. If I had to choose one over the other, I would probably do the aluminum foil because I feel like that would probably sharpen it. The other one would probably just make it waxy, which may make it slip more. So up to you. Since that didn't turn out as great as I thought it would, or hoped it would, I'm just going to go ahead and cut a couple of random leaves here. And let's just kind of make them long and skinny. I think that'll work. And then we can move on. Because I don't want to take my whole time unjamming my punch, because I could. And we'll just put in a couple of leaves. I don't think that it's because my punch isn't sharp enough. I have a feeling it might just be the paper, but I will try that. I may even have some down here. I think I do. Back on the cupboard. But I don't think you guys really want to watch me sharpen punches, do you? I want to give this some dimension. Let's crinkle this up a little bit so it kind of pops off the page. There we go. I'm just going to fold it down the center and then give it a couple of good jabs so it wrinkles up. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, that'll work. Let's get out some glue dots. Oh, that's I want the actual dots. This will work. I'm no longer interpreting this year, so my students are not deaf. We didn't have enough deaf kids to give me a placement as an interpreter this year, so I'm strictly an SEA full-time. SEA is a student educational aid. So I have different special needs kids all day long. Like one for an hour, one for a half an hour, one for 15 minutes, one for an hour and a half, one for an hour, stuff like that. And that's just how they do it. So I'm just going to glue dot these on, and those other things, I think I'll glue dot those too. This is a little bit more cumbersome. I'll save those for when I'm not on camera. Where are my other ones? Here we go. These work a little bit faster. And a glue dot, and then just tuck it under there, however I want it to stick out. Same with this one. That looks cute. So there we go. Same kind of one, only deaf and autistic, huh? I did have one that was deaf and autistic, but she's moved on. We don't have her anymore. So here's the two that we finished so far. I really love this dark one. I know many of you guys really like this one. You want to see what? Yeah, okay. We can do that. So there, it finally came out. So then I would use that piece that turned out okay. Whoops, that one turned out okay. I got a little piece cut off, but that one's still alright. So let's go ahead and, I'm not going to save this because this is pretty much used up. Although we could probably use it to test this out. So let's get out some aluminum foil, which I have right here. I also have wax paper, but like I said, I think aluminum foil is your best bet if you want to sharpen things versus wax paper for just putting a wax coating on it. Look at that, you even get some aluminum foil cuts. Those are cutting out really well, but that's super thin, so a good one. Hey, Janine, you're not late. We're actually sharpening up one of my punches. See if we can get it to punch on some different paper. That would maybe even look pretty on one. So I'll save these. We might put that on something else. I don't know how many times you have to do it, but let's see if that made any difference. And maybe you have to do it a whole bunch. Nope, that one is not working. I think it's the paper. I think it's too thick. This one, by the way, is kind of see-through, so this one I know was Duralar. There it goes. Yeah, it just didn't go through. I think it's the Duralar. However it's processed or made, it's just not going to be able to go through with that punch. That being said, maybe another punch, maybe a thicker punch, I don't know. But we want to roll on and make some more cards. So these are the two that we finished if you're just coming in. And we're going to move on to, let's go ahead and do one of those mirrored ones. Everyone wanted to see this one, and I thought this would look particularly great on a black because it's got that black in it. It's going to be kind of hard to see until we get maybe a white, piece of printer paper back there so we can see it fully. There we go. We don't want to do just maybe the same thing that we've been doing, but that's really pretty. Maybe we want to do squares with this one. So this is the same. It is the size. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the same as a card base. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let's start by cutting that in half. Okay, and then we'll cut it in half. It's tricky on the math. And we'll cut this one in half. That would be really pretty. We just have to trim these down our 1/4 of an inch or however small we want to make that. And I think it would look really pretty. Let me see if I've got a bright purple in my stash here. Maybe hard to come by, but let's just check it out. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I only have one piece of that left. That's it. One piece of purple. Ooh, I guess when I go back out looking for paper again, I'll need to get purple. But that will work. So let's go ahead and trim these down. And I'm going to make this one 4 by 5 1/4 so that it's just a little bit smaller so we have another rim. That would be a cool ATC. Who said that? That's a really good idea. How are we doing on time? See, we've already gone through a half an hour and we've only made 2 cards. Which is not bad, really. Here's our purple. We could have even went blue or green because that would have been just as stunning. And then we need to make these quite a bit smaller then. So it'll be, or we could just use 2. I mean, for that matter, we could just use 1. We could put 1 in the corner and put a little sentiment on it. Or we could put 1 here and put a sentiment across that. That'd be pretty. Maybe we want to do that. That one's got a lot of the colors on it. That's really pretty. I feel like the back should have some kind of a texture though. So let's bring in a texture Let's do a texture on that. I don't know. Can I go out anymore? Nope, I'm out as far as I can get. I'm really sorry, guys, but that's all I can put in of that one. So I don't think we want to get too... So these are the ones that are linked in my Amazon. These are the We Are memory keepers. I think they call them 3D or Next Step. You guys were asking about these. I'm not really sure which one to use, but let's use this one. This one's different than the one I used last time. I think that I only need one with this. These are extra thick for whatever reason. Oh, it's two B plates. Nope, I take that back. One B plate and my little rubber mats. Where did I put those? It took me a while to figure these out because these are extra thick. So instead of a B plate, you put down 2 rubber mats. These things are the rubber mats. Then you put that in there and it should work out. Oh, everything's going wonky. That's right. I'm done. If you get seasick, I'm finished. So that's what you get from that one. Cool, yeah? Alright, let's scoop this out of the way so you can get a better look at that. Oh, that's pretty. That's cool. Alright, let's put that one down. And then we'll probably do like a little sentiment with a couple of things coming out. That's what I have in mind. Let's see how it works out. I'm going to put extra tape on this one just because it's heavier cardstock. This mirrored stuff is pretty thick. And I'm going to wait to put that down because I want to put some stuff coming out the side. I wonder if we could get away with... I don't know. The aluminum foil is just too... It's too thin. It's just going to break off and just get all hairy in your card. So I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to do some aluminum foil on... Let's set this aside quick. Aluminum foil taped onto a piece of white cardstock. And I know I have one here. There it is. Onto this one. I'm almost positive I've done this in another video. I'm pretty sure I did. And I did it with glue. Let's see how much glue I have in here. Alright. Did not prepare for this, so I have to see if I have any old credit cards in here. Oh, I do. Alright, so we want to make sure that... Where's my undershirt? I mean my undershirt sheet. Here we go. I'm just making sure that glue goes all the way across the sheet. There's there. Okay. Then pop that down. Whoops, shiny side up. Shiny side up! I learned that one the hard way, didn't I, guys? Alright, I'm not even going to pick that up. I'm just going to let the glue stay on there and keep it. And I'm just going to cut around it. Because I don't need the whole thing. But this should work. I'm going to have to do one more little back rub here. Alright, let's shut that. Alright. I don't need that. That was the extra piece. Let me get this glue off of here. Did you ever play with glue when you were young and you got it on your fingers and you just rub it until it turns, or you just put it on really light and peel it off? Super fun. Okay. What I want is something that's going to stick out the sides here. And I really like the idea of having those little, what do you call them? These. So let's see. Let's pull out the same one and we'll try this trick and see if it works on here. Maybe it is the punch. I think it's the punch. I think that it has to be like a single sheet of plain old printer paper or cardstock in order to get through it. But I've used this a bazillion times. Can't tell you how many projects I have these little things on. It's not going to let go of my project now. We're not going to let that stop us, though. I'll peel that out later. What else can we do? Let's pick out, not a heart. I don't want to do any more hearts. Oh, stars would be fun. Let's see if this guy can handle it. This is an EK Success one with a bunch of stars on it. Let's see if this one can do it. All this is a piece of 110-pound cardstock with a little bit of aluminum foil on it. Ready? Oh, look at that, right through it. No problem. A little bit, not as perfect because I didn't let the glue dry, but I don't really care. I don't really care about that. So, we've got some stars. Let's go ahead and put this part on. Oh, somebody beat me to the punch. The glue is wet. I didn't let it dry. But we still got a decent punch out of it, so it's okay. And then, instead of having things coming out, I'm just going to put some of these little stars on because I think they are super cool. It might take a little while for these guys to dry too. Get over there. Aluminum foil. I think I lost my foil on there. And maybe a little one at the top. Let's see. This one. Yeah. Okay, little guy. Up there you go. So cute! That totally changed my mind. Oops. Got an extra one. Look at that. Ooh, that one's fun. I like that. Super fun. You could put another sentiment across the bottom or whatever you wanted to do, but I think I will stop that one there. We'll let this dry. Maybe we'll get another punch out of it later if we need it. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. I love that, Lori. This one's called Galaxy. All right. So thus far, if people are just walking in, we've done these two cards. And then we did a mirror background one where we cut it and we added that. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. All right, what's another one that I promised you I would do? We still have these three pieces yet that we can do ATCs, somebody said. That would be awesome. Or we can make these into another little greeting cards, maybe a set of thank you cards, whatever you guys need. All right, so then we have these other three, these were three other ones that were voted. And so we're gonna go ahead and do this one. I think we'll do this one right across the black. Let's see what happens if we do that. This one is this one's back of photo paper. That's how we did this one. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking, like, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to put something coming out from the back? Do I want another color coming out? Maybe a border. Maybe a cool border. Let's try this. This one's neat. Oops, I missed one. So we've got that nice little thing going on the bottom. That's pretty. Let's do that on the top too. Ooh, and I have this stripe that we can save. We can put that on another card. Look how pretty that is. This is making some pretty stellar confetti. Ooh, somebody said punch a butterfly. That would be pretty too. I do a lot of butterflies, but maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll use that for another butterfly. Because we all love the butterflies. Here's another one that we can use. I'll get rid of this. But we want to make sure. Yay! Call darn things. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Do we want to put that on white though? Let's check it out on white too. Let's see what the difference is. Ah, I just looked up and Marcel said the same thing. Well, let's compromise because it kind of disappears on the white. So let's compromise into a little bit of black and a little bit of white. So if we put a little bit of black in there and put that on. Ooh, there we go. Whoops, now we have a winner. Now we have a winner. That looks cool. And we're gonna stamp a sentiment like right up here. Okay, let's get this down first. Gonna move it down just a tad. Make sure we get a little bit of all the color on there. And then we'll just trim the rest off. Okay, I'm going to find a sentiment that's going to go across here. I'm pretty sure I want it to be thank you. Yes, here it is. This thank you right here. Oh, it's going to look so cute. Let's do this. We need a little bit longer one. Nope. That'll work. Get out my VersaFine, and hopefully we can do this in one take. Coming to the end of the school year, you need a lot of thank you cards. Oh, look at that. Turned out so cool. I didn't wet my chamois tonight, if you guys are wondering where my Lawn Fawn chamois went. I forgot to get it wet, so I'm using baby wipes. It's right here, though. It's right here on the side, right by my phone. Which means I gotta move that now. There we go. That is super cute. What do you guys think of that? Really pretty. Alright, a little bit of a review for those who have just been popping in. We just finished this awesome card, and we made this one with the mirror. Thanks, Marcel. And then we did the two calla lily ones. Super fun. Let's keep going. So we've got 10 minutes left, and we've already made 4 cards. That's not bad in an hour. This one. People really wanted to see this one on a card. And this one is not see-through, so this is Yupo. I like this. And look, I'm waiting for it to speak to me. What should I do with you? I'm wondering if we should make this one the strip cut card. There's only a tiny bit of purple, which means if we use a purple background, that'll pull some of the purple out of the actual print or background itself, whatever's on the forefront. Let's try that. Like, we can go right here. That would be pretty cool. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and mark that off so I know about what part of this I wanted to show off. We can still use the strips that I cut off, so no worries there. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Couldn't we use that for a really simple, easy thank you card? Ooh, I think we could. Yep. Crafty, I love that. Speak to me, baby, speak to me. Okay. I'm gonna try to move this over. Hopefully that works. One of the sides was too long. I could just see it. There we go. And we're going to use the same stamp because we already have it out and it's ready to roll. Now this one I have to be really careful. I should have done stays on because this is going on top of Yupo, and I don't know if that's going to dry 100%. I can't remember. I don't think it does. We'll have to wait and see. We'll leave it there and see what happens. If it doesn't ever dry and it doesn't stay, then we can put another strip over the top of it. Who said that? Somebody else mentioned that. A layered sentiment, yes. It does look like Under the Ocean. If I had some little fish, I could put some little fish swimming through here, and that'd be cute. There is a pony head in the card. Where do you see the pony head? Like right here? You guys amaze me. Somebody else saw a dancer in something I made the other day. I think that ink is actually drying already. Okay, we'll set this aside and see if that dries. Like, I could literally spend hours creating a card with you guys. I'm just trying to throw out some ideas so that if you're stumped at home, you can see some other stuff that we're doing. Alright, we got 10 minutes left because we did that one real quick. Let's sneak out another one. Where's the other one that... This one. This was another one that we said we wanted to use. Because this one has like that gold sheen to it. So now I have this card that has like this part. Lori says when she stamped on Yupo it didn't dry. We will double check that, Lori, when we're done and see what happened. Did you use VersaFine? I'm just curious. What stamp set is that? I don't know. This is one that I've had around. Let's see. The little tiny thing in the middle says... And I gotta turn on the... I'll turn on your autofocus so that maybe you can see it. It's right here. Come on. There it is. STM 2007 SSC 109. Okay, so if you missed that, pause it and go back and pause it. I was thinking it would be really cute if we hung something from here. That would mean that we would have to like cut it out. I think it would look really neat. We could just hang this whole thing. That would work. Then we have a kind of a mess on the other side. I don't know if I really like that idea. Let's switch. What else do I have? Teal or a gold would be pretty. Let's see if this kind of matches. This is like an orangey gold. Ooh, that kind of goes with this yellow here. I like that. Let's pull that out with one of these. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. I'm hoping that'll dry. Alright. Ooh, I like this cardstock. It's nice and heavy. Ooh, and it's just thin enough to do a border here. I really like this side of it the most with this light blue. These greens over here, not really my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that there. And we want to cut that much off. Oh my gosh, Raggy's cut out the center. There's a blue pooch in it. Are you kidding me? Not that I don't trust you, sweetheart, but let me look. A blue pooch in it. I don't see the pooch. Oh my word. Let me just get rid of this. You tried both VersaFine and Memento. Okay, we'll check it out. You're probably right. Right? I don't see it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I didn't quite cut enough off. Must have measured wrong. Oh, that's so pretty. Joy. I love that. What do we want to do with this one? I'm waiting for this one to speak to me. We've got 5 minutes. Marcel, it depends on what you're drinking as to what you see. Somebody else sees Pooh. I hope you mean Pooh Bear and not Pooh Pooh. Oh, so if the ink doesn't dry, we could put embossing powder on and heat it. Okay, Joy, we'll check it out later and we'll catch you then. It is not dried. This might not dry before the end, if it even dries at all. But you know what, you guys, we were messing around with this in the last video, number 5, about stamping on it with black ink like this and then erasing it, like essentially wiping it off and seeing what happens. Should we do that? Let me know what you guys think. We could wipe this off and see if it leaves a halo effect. If it does, then I can write on there with a permanent marker and just follow it. But back to this card. This one is not speaking to me. I just think it's so pretty I don't even want to mess with it. But I do have an idea. I have an idea. Sorry guys, but I might be covering up Pooh and the pear. Pooh and the pear. Okay. No. Oh, I keep hitting that finger. Such a baby. This little thing. This piece of skin that got ripped keeps getting bumped. Emboss it? You want me to try to emboss? Let's try that. Okay. I hope it's still wet enough. Let me see. Because I just stuck my finger in part of it. I gotta get my black. Oh, I moved my stuff. Blocked myself out. So which one of you guys is going to come hang out with me in my studio here and play with me someday? I would love to make cards with someone else. It'd be super fun. Oh, it might make it. But you know what? That stuff will curl too, so I'm going to have to be really careful. I also need to clear up a little because there got way too much stuck in there. That looks okay. Let's go ahead and try to emboss that. Always shut your embossing powder first, though, because you think it's not going to happen to you, and then all of a sudden you have it everywhere. Put my tweezers back. Alright. I'm going to use the really hot heat gun. Uh-oh, this one's not plugged in. I can remedy that real quick. Right here. warped my paper. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Oops. But it worked. But it warped it right here. You can see this. There's a little wrinkle there now. See it? Not too bad. I think that maybe if you taped it down and did that, and like taped it down afterwards onto the card, that you might get a better turnout. But hey, I'm okay with that. That'll do. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. So Lori's in Belleville. And who else is close by? Oh, I thought there was one other person that lived near us. There is, but I don't know if she's here. So Lori, you and I and Cindy Wangen, she could come too. And we almost got done with this one, but it's 6 o'clock. So I am going to jump off of here and just relax on this wonderful Friday night. We'll get back to this one maybe, and maybe we won't. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. So before we take off here, I would really like to see out of you guys who are here, heat the gun up for a while. That would work too, Lori. Good idea. Do you guys want to see one more video of card making, or should I just go ahead and do maybe one or two, throw it out there, just turn on the live cam one day and just do some longer cards? There we go. Cindy is here. Cindy, you, me, and Lori. We'll have to hang out sometime. While I'm waiting for some feedback on that, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here. Because people are still a-talking. So, a lot of you guys want to do longer cards. So by longer cards, I mean there might be long pauses where I'm not creating, but I'm thinking, I'm going through stuff that I have in here. So it won't be like I planned this card and we're going to do this and then do this and do this. Are you okay with that? We can definitely do another one just like tonight if you guys want to see a few more things done with these. I'm just going to put out the ones that we did today so you can see how far we got. And as you can see, it doesn't take much to create a card with these that's stunning. That people would be like, whoa, how'd you do that? Here's our thank you one. There's another thank you one. I really like that one. And I especially like this one. This one's really unique. Very unique. I like that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, essentially 6 cards done. Almost 6 because it kind of gypped you on the last one. Hi, Allie and Tracy. I think I missed you when you came in. Ooh, longer cards with stash busters. I love that. Use loads of scraps. Sounds to me like we're kind of half and half, so maybe I will build in for the summer like a stash busting series, or who else said a longer card. We'll find some kind of a cute fancy name for it. Maybe we'll have like a contest where everyone can throw a name in. I like that idea. Who is Susan and Penny? Get in on that. Mark that down for something that we can do. That we can think about to get a vote out there for what do they want to name that for the summer. We'll add that in. Because there's still a whole bunch of these that I could create from too. So those of you guys who want to see another one, I'll definitely do another one. All right, and I know that I ask you this every time, but I'm just kind of playing around with it. Now, this angle that you have right here, this big block of me, not on the desk, is this okay? Do you like being able to see that when I'm going to my cutter or I'm going to get more supplies over here, that you can see what I'm doing? Or would you rather me do back to the close-up of just the face? Oh, Marcella, I like that idea too. Make as many cards out of a paper pad. I like the last one as is too, Connie. Thank you for that. So I will do another questionnaire on quality crafts. Yes? Okay. Super. And I hope to see you guys there. So if you want to get on the community, if you want to do the 1 in 10 by Jen, which happens every Wednesday at 5, get on into the group and find my address there and send me an envelope. And then I will create a card for you in 10 minutes and I will stamp my information on the back and send it directly back to you. Oh, we are still there. I look too little. Okay, we'll work on getting a close-up. I'm just trying, I need to get a board sawed down just a little bit shorter because this one's just a little bit too tall, I think. And then we'll work on that. Awesome. Well, you guys join me next week and for 1 in 10 by Jen on Wednesdays and then another free play Friday on Friday. And I will let you guys know what that one is going to be, whether or not we're going to do another one like this or do something else. Thanks, Susan, for putting out all the links. I really appreciate that. Oh, Michelle, you haven't... Okay. I could just talk to all of you awesome people, like, all night long. But we gotta put a stop to it at some point. Do you know what this one is? That one means I love you. And I'll see you guys next week because I can't wait to see you guys next video.